Right, everyone, we're just setting up technically and we're gonna start real soon, I'm sure. Patrick, let us know when it's good to go.
Yeah, the recording is good to go, so you guys can start when you feel like it, when you feel ready.
Alrighty. Uh-oh. Give me one sec to throw the slides up. And we'll be ready to go. So I am, while I set the screen up, I'll be driving. I hear a bit of feedback on somebody's mic. Okay, I think that's done. I'm back to driving these to give DJ some uninterrupted work time, and just because I missed it, set it up.
Welcome back.
And everybody, thanks. Good to be back. And while we are doing this, you received a DM from me today, and I'll say that again probably at the end. That's not me, so please report and don't believe anything that people say in DMs. Gotta go to screens. I'm just doing a quick rearrange. Appreciate you bearing with me. Just one more second. All right, that should be more like it. What are we doing now? Okay, perfect. Okay, we're good to go. Welcome everyone to the weekly planning meeting. We will do usual updates with some variation. And my screen not want to cooperate, but it will. It will in just a sec. Thanks everyone for your patience. No, it doesn't. All right. As usual, we are here for up to 30 minutes. We're going to go through our fun game, Guess Who, which is coming back. Core KPIs, I think there's some technical difficulties getting those today, so they might be updated later for everyone to reference. We'll go through pod updates, and in carrying GJ's torch, I'm going to encourage you all to do this agile style, really quick, 30 seconds to a minute. And if you are able to add color or add something or kind of raise something really important from your slides rather than read, that's just perfect. That will be ideal. And please stay muted unless you're speaking. We are recording, and let's get started. So we have our Guess Who, which is back. This is the screenshot of the most commonly used Discord emojis by a contributor. And feel free to guess. There's a hint available if this proves difficult. I think there's hints already on here. Anybody? Anyone? Need hint. Okay. Yes, that's the hint. I see in chat that some people have gathered who it is, or at least what the hint is. Any guesses as to the person? What's their Discord username? Their
Is it
real non-fake.
not play Wololo?
It's not non.
Okay.
It's not Ant. But good guess. Anyone else? Not Kida. It's not Kida. Well, it's not that person. This is getting into double, triple negatives, but it's not the right answer. I think you're going to go in with a hint. This person is in machine learning. They have a PhD in machine learning, and they're working on a diabetes algorithm. Yeah. Zook, LT, okay, and they're good at everything. That's basically it, DJ. You hit the nail right on the head. We have Adria, who is just all around amazing, and we wanted to give him a shout out at community call or at the team stand up. Let's get into our pod updates. So just a reminder that our season 3 goals, which season 3 is rapidly ending, are to seamlessly transition bounties, to distribute more Xmetric, and to grow the activated analyst community. And the KPI update will be coming soon, I believe. There is a technical issue on the team accessing the file. Is that
Hey,
still true,
man.
Aaron?
Yeah, it's still an issue, but I did update the numbers on the right-hand side. So we're roughly at 83% of the X metric goal. As you can see there, we're roughly at 72% of the challenge goal. We already ran 50 challenges for the month with another, I think 10 to 15 if all goes well this week. 10 I'm confident of. So there's a potential we may be able to squeeze out actually hitting that 69 goal before the end of this week. And then spend, we're roughly pacing to hit 79% of that goal as well. Didn't update actual, working to get access to that sheet. Hopefully we'll have it by next Monday's meeting.
Awesome. Thank you, Aaron. I'm glad we still have numbers for today and you're able to overcome any challenges there. We have analytics next. Zook and the team, would you like to give your update?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. So analytics, you can see our latest stats here, 112 active analysts last week, and 18 of those are brand new analysts. So we launched a new type of challenge it's exclusive to new users. So in order to submit for these analytics challenge, this must be the user's first submission ever against the MetricsDAO bounty program. So we hope to see more new users next week as a result of these special type of challenges for new users. So the team is going to take training on the app in order to learn how to launch challenges on the app. And a small adjustment that is maybe more internal us is we now have a lead person from Bounty Ops every day that launches the challenges, and another person who is on call to review the new challenges. So we've just reorganized our internal process a little bit to have a designated person to prepare bounties every day. But maybe not everyone needs to know that, but just a small update. So we can move on to the next slide, please.
One second, if my computer wants to do that. All right.
Okay, thank you. So for peer review, we received 217 submissions in the last 7 days, which is about average for us. And the accomplishments from last week. We're going to have a new contributor that's going to help with peer review. So we hope it's going to help with the turnaround times for peer review. We intervene on a case of plagiarism. So we slashed some Xmetric, sent a warning to persons that were collaborating on analytics together. And we also created a new recourse mechanism to overturn flags when analysts they want to dispute a flag on their submission. So basically, this is when a submission is disqualified. We created a recourse for them to maybe get a second look at what happened there. But in order to use this process, analysts will have to commit 1,000 Xmetric just to initiate the process, and the Xmetric will be burned if the flag remains. So we'll have more information about that shortly. Now, this week's tasks, we're going to train our new contributor, Digital Dan. He has actually worked with us in season 1, I believe. So we're going to give him a bit of training to onboard him into Bounty Ops. Now, finally, concerns or blockers. So sometimes we have direct to analyst requests, which are not open to all, and these require a bit more involvement from the team during the peer review and payment process. So a little bit more hands-on the team, and we have yet to figure out how we can streamline types of challenges. Incoming requests for flag review. So these are what we just discussed. These when an analyst is unhappy with a flag on their submission, they come to us and want us to investigate the case. So it is taking a lot of time from the team, and that's why we've created this new process, which we hope to begin using this week. So these are all the updates for peer review and analytics. Feel free to ask any questions. Otherwise, I'll pass the mic to Marina.
Thanks, Zook, for the comprehensive updates for analytics and peer review. If there are no questions, let's go to Bounty Ops.
Yeah, as you can see, we shipped roughly 20 challenges last week. This is becoming more of a consistent cadence. So huge shout out to the Bounty Ops team for being able to handle that. As well as you can see, we reduced, the standard review process down from 72 hours to 48 hours. This is pretty easy to do. We have a pretty large group of reviewers that are active and around. So looking to reduce times here just to get payouts faster for this month through the manual process. And then, as mentioned, we did launch 2 new easy test bounties late last week, as there's been some more discussion of seeing how different challenges may work in the marketplace. This week, as everyone knows, the app is live, so we're looking as the ops team to test some end-to-end challenges, so we all know how it works, as well as testing 1 to 2 potential live ones that will be open to some of the community members. Even though we've reduced, the review time down for the standard process from 72 to 48 hours, we're looking to actually cut it down another 12, so get that down to 36 hours as well. So you'll see us working on that in the review channel this week and next. And then finalized prep, both the Bounty Ops and the Pro Ad teams have been working with each other over the last 2 to 3 weeks to ensure that everything is in a good place, as Flipside will be at an offsite next week. So team is finalizing that, getting the last bit of questions needed so that they can support Flipside while they're out. And then, since the app is live, we need to get some R metric out to a few of the, members of the community. These will be the X metric masters, so they have the ability to review challenges. And I think the biggest thing is, the reason we launched to test easy challenges was to help acquire some new analysts. We've seen that we are delivering against our clients' work, more than 95% of the time. But some of the obstacles is actually getting, the full bounty payout there, just because we've had a smaller pool of analysts participating in some of the challenges. So we're looking to grow our analysts that are, actively participating to ensure that, we have a good community base and networks of analysts doing our challenges.
Thanks, Aaron, for the update. If there are no questions, is there a question?
No, that was me.
If there are no questions, let's go to protocol dev.
Cool. Hey, everyone. So this slide is out of date. I got locked out of the edit rights for the slide deck. But last week was a bug bashing party and a new navigation within the beta. This week's priorities are opening up the beta, so y'all should attend the community call tomorrow to hear more. Actually, not concerned about time anymore either, so we can get rid of as always.
Woohoo! Soon TM is really becoming now. That's super exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Does anyone have questions? And sorry about the access. We'll make sure you have, this is now on the shared drive of MetricsDAO, so we'll make sure you have access going forward.
Awesome. Yeah, no worries.
And with that, good news, let's go to BizDev.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. So last week, met with Tashi and TRE from Playgrounds. They helped shape the proposal for the graph and agreed to be a data partner, which is really exciting. As well as Transpose, Playgrounds, and Slice Analytics all agreed to be data partners with MDAO. So very, very exciting news. This week, actually this morning, Dave and I sent the updated proposal to the graph. Got some really great initial feedback. Really exciting stuff. Hopefully, have some good news to share with everybody by the end of the week. And then just to highlight a few things, have set meetings with other data providers this week. So Breadcrumbs, Artemis, and Crypto API. Big focus again is on outbound efforts to data partners and closing the partnerships, and not really a concern or blocker. I'll go ahead and link the data partner list to the growth channel. So if anybody has any connections to any of them and can make an introduction, or if I missed any data projects, feel free to let me know. And excited to keep on this endeavor. That's it for me.
Thank you. Thanks, James. Exciting new partnerships. If there are no questions, we're going to jump straight into DAO Ops. And Nan, if you want to do Treasury or just to mention them, or otherwise I will, because we don't have Bill here today.
Okay. So we'll be talking about this more in like a bigger thing later, but starting next season, we'll have to do some things to decentralize the DAO a little bit more. So we're starting to plan what that looks like and how to prepare for that and stuff like that. And so this week's priorities are kind of looking at that, thinking about what decentralization really means for us and what each level of policy would mean for like the DAO and then smaller groups and stuff like that. I don't know much about what's going on with Treasury, but they paid out 30 bounties, 36 to 44, and they're going to be paying batches 45 to 50 this week, and they create a new wallet on Avalanche and ProAd.
Thank you, Nan. Thank you for all of the updates, DAO Ops and bravely taking on Treasury. We know Treasury is making great progress from these updates, and they are geared up to make even more payments this week to analysts, which is super exciting. And if there are no questions, we have curation. If Corey is here. Otherwise, going on to education, and here Vaida is away this week on vacation, so there's a couple of updates from Patrick and then from Aaron, I believe, too.
Yeah, sorry, I don't think this is the latest slide I'm looking at here on screen. So
Yes, you could refresh.
If you want to start with the updates, I'll refresh it as we go.
Awesome. You go, Patrick.
Okay, it's been refreshed on my end. 320 weekly planning. Okay, but let me just quickly go through the verbal. Sorry, Aaron, I'm going to go. Okay, so we invite us out, so we don't have any webinars going on this week. But past week we did deliver DAOs 101 and Data 101 plus Osmosis, and the 101 course, Web Analytics 101 course, is ongoing. We finished session 3 with Marina. Session 4, Sam is not available, so I filled in. Right now, the Solana course is going to be launched, but it's going to be slightly delayed because we're not sure if that course has been QA'd, and also it's not available on the overall MDAO page. Now, Aaron is driving the other part, which is all the webinars that with the partners. He's already got an overall roadmap. But this week, we're going to plan those out in detail as well, which day we're going to deliver which webinars, because those require a little more work because they're working with partners. And I think Aaron is bringing back the growth and education meetup. I don't know if it's weekly or bi-weekly, but in that, we're going to do a deep dive on all the metrics. So GJ, this may be of interest to you. For example, the question you asked, how many people we're getting per webinar, per type, that type of stuff. And as for 201, we just finished cohort 2 a couple weeks ago, but right now we're waiting for season 4 start to see how that aligns with season 4 objectives and KPIs before we relaunch the course. That's it. Any questions, concerns? Okay, Marina, it's back to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick. Aaron, you said you might have something to add, or was that everything?
Patrick always covers everything, so we're good. Thanks, Patrick.
Patrick's got it. Awesome. We're going over to partnerships.
Yes, yes. Very exciting week last week because I was at ETH Porto. Always good to connect, and just the serendipitous nature of a conference is really nice. Running into people, getting to know them, having dinner, having drinks, and meeting cool people and seeing what's possible in the realm of partnerships and collaborations and working together with awesome, cool brands. Um, Other than that, we scheduled a podcast for with the Block Coffee podcast to have a recording session. Vida, well, she's away now, but she hosted the part two of Women in Web 3 for Flipside, their weekly Twitter spaces. So that was really cool. Uh, this week, looking to follow up on basically things that might have had like sprouted, let's say, during last week at Eat Porto. We discussed the possibility of doing Twitter Spaces with MDAO, which we're going to experiment with because we think it's a really cool way to partner with other brands, other persons in the space, and generate some cool buzz around MDAO, and also provide content for our analyst community. Looking for career panelists for the live course session number 6, which is like the final one. It's like a career panel. We're also doing a co-event with Genie Data and Mega Fund, who's on our growth team, will go on there and talk on tokenomics. Also working further on conferences and seeing if that's an interesting avenue. So I'm gonna apply for Epic Web3 as a speaker. That's here in Lisbon, so that should be should be a good way to get the ball rolling. Continue to work on podcast scheduling and sources. Gonna do the outreach for webinars, and gonna support Flipside with speakers for their Twitter Spaces, possibly. So in parentheses, that's it. No concerns or blockers.
Thanks, Helix. Are there any questions, or are we good to switch? Looks like there are no questions. And we are over to community updates for you by GJ.
Sweet. Marina let me have this slide in exchange for running the whole thing, which to me is a wonderful trade. Community call tomorrow. We have almost 50 people signed up. Hopefully a few Flipsiders will join that as well. And anyone here, please come celebrate the app launch, celebrate the app team for getting it there. Should be awesome. We're not going to quite be at 5,000 members. We're at like 4,850, but that's up almost 100 from last week. So some of our pushes for membership are going really well. And the community pod met, and under Marina's guidance, came up with the things that we really want to focus on for season 4. Onboarding, sharing knowledge, showcasing our analysts, and support for other pods. So with the launch of the new season, we'll have a lot more for everybody on what that looks like, how we're measuring those things, and what we're going to do. But we've done a really good job just gathering thoughts from the community pod and figuring out what that's going to look like, planning for budget, getting ready for season 4. So season 4 proposal will likely go live sometime this week, hopefully next day or two. Big community call tomorrow. That's exciting. And then just continuing to push on support, which means helping with the review process, continuing to create analyst networks and reviewer networks, and then the analyst professionalism Twitter course that's going live on Friday. So lots going on. Marina's point about scammers, just a good reminder for anybody who works in crypto. People are always trying to steal your shit. Be really, really careful. I banned this particular idiot, but there will be others. And then reviewers. It just continues to be a pain point. It's going to be even more of a pain point in the app. The app will greatly speed up and make less costly the process of review, but it's also going to have implications for, does every submission get feedback? Does every submission get a full in-depth review, or do they get sorted? And as per some of the community member suggestions, we don't review everything, or we don't review anything below a threshold, whatever. We got to figure all that out. In the meantime, reviewers are still giving big thumbs up to submissions that don't load, that are full of charts, that are just frankly bad. So there's still this belief that if you just do way, way, way more and your dashboard is huge, you're going to get graded highly. We have to quash that. We will find a way to do it, but that's still a major pain point for the analyst community. Also, continued shout out to the Bounty Bunch for payment speed. That's another major pain point that's more or less been solved. We're paying fast. That's going to get even faster with the app when you can claim payments. So these fundamental drivers of analyst quality and satisfaction, we're really just dialing in on and focusing on, and CommunityPod is proud to support those.
Thanks, GJ, for covering it all. Are there any questions, first of all? And if there aren't, let's wrap today's call up with just a little note on what's next in the seasons and what we meet next. So, GJ, please always feel free to step in if I'm recapping something incorrectly. But from what I know, we are in the final week of season 3 right now. We will then move into 1 week off season, which is a bit of a departure from the previous kind of 2-week off seasons. But that off season week will be there for us to plan, look at retrospectives, reflect, and imagine all the cool things that will kick off in season 4 with the public app launch. And season 4, I believe, will be getting proposed to start on April 3rd. And that will take us to the next season, quite literally, in MetricsDAO's life and evolution and the next cool step. I miss anything, DJ, on the season stuff?
That is all the things. Keep an eye out for the season 4 proposal. It's going to be lit when it's done, which soon TM.
Woohoo! And as per kind of historically how we've gone with the team stand-ups, aka this meeting over our off season, we are going to take a pause in this meeting next week, and we will meet for a weekly stand-up, maybe in a slightly new and improved format. Just a little leak there that we're still planning on April 3rd to help us kick off our new season. And again, the off-season week will be used more for retrospectives and planning on the pod sides and on everyone's end. And then we'll reconvene April 3rd to things off for season 4. Also, miss the community call tomorrow. It is going to be DJs, and it is going to be lit, and it is going to be about the app. So it's going to be really cool. 9 a.m. Eastern this time. And with that, that's the phrase of today's call. Yep. Just reading the chat. That's the laugh. But that looks like everything. Thank you all for all your updates, and it's been so cool to be here for season 3 and cannot wait for season 4. And we'll talk soon. Have a great week.
See everybody tomorrow.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you.